feel like I need some hoop earrings on. I'm looking like I just got out of bed. Okay. So I know a lot of y'all been telling me that I skipped an episode, and I knew that there was an episode that I had not seen. I said that in my last review. Oh, this is Family of Fiance, Season 1, Episode 4. I did the review yesterday, and my phone said that another app was using the microphone. So nothing was matching up with nothing. I was I was so aggravated. This phone thing is not gonna work too much longer, you guys. I done tried it. It's already made me frustrated. I don't even really like the camera on it that much. It's too, I don't like the video quality of like how the cell phone looks. So I can't make no promises. I don't know if I'm gonna stop doing videos or just do like a couple. I just don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but this phone thing is not working out for me. So anyway, Amber and Justin is who episode 4 is about. And Amber and Justin was a very interesting episode. Let's just try to get through these notes. So the two of them have been engaged for 1 year. They also live together. My immediate thought about Justin was that he was very country. He said Vivian instead of Vivian in Bel Air. And very jokey. Amber is very tall, very beautiful, very slim. She seems pretty serene and quiet and peaceful. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this out the way. I know a lot of you all have your thoughts about Justin. I know we had our thoughts about Justin when he came up on the screen. I'm just at this point in my life, I don't question people's like sexuality and all of that. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. So I'm going to let y'all do that down in the comments. For those of you who had your thoughts about Justin, I know that a lot of us were thinking it, but I'm going to just leave that where it's at and we're going to move on. We have to move on. So, the families. What's the problem? So, they meet with the relationship expert and we find out that Amber's family's problems is that they really don't know Justin that well. They really are not convinced that Justin is the man for her. And they feel as if she hasn't really said too much about their relationship. So they didn't even realize it had gotten to the point of them getting married. I'm trying to figure out if they're actually married, if they're getting married or they're actually already married, because both of them had on wedding bands, if you didn't notice during the episode. Then for Justin's family, it's more so a matter of just getting to know Amber a little bit better, getting to know her family, except for a few other things, which we're going to find out when we actually meet the families. In addition to this, their relationship has some problems because Justin is so jokey at times where you should not be telling jokes. And Amber gets a little annoyed with him with that. She can never tell when he's being serious. And ironically, it's April Fool's Day. The therapist also asked Justin what were some of his ramifications for the marriage, because Justin says that she can't talk while the game is on, or the marriage will be delayed. She can't be going through my phone for no reason, or the marriage will be delayed. So even the whole therapy session is a joke for him. So let's get to meeting the family. So on the tall side, I'm going to call them the Talls, okay? Beautiful black family, the Talls. Amber's mother, her sister, and her brother. They come in, and then for Justin's side, we have his auntie, his sister, and his brother. And as soon as I met the auntie, Leanne, I really liked her. She was just as country and sweet. I just love people like that. So she was really nice to everybody. They come in and you can see some differences in the family dynamic. Amber comes from a background of a 2-parent home. They're very regal, like in their mannerisms and the way they behave. She said she's more of a city girl. Justin's a country boy. Did not grow up with a father in the home. We learned that from his Aunt Leanne. But he was raised well. It was different, but he was raised well. So we got that going on. So now let's see what the problems are with the family members. Well, the mama just feels like it's not time for this. She wasn't even sure that their relationship was moving to this level. The brother and the sister all feel like Amber is hiding something from them, because even when they got there, Justin goes in the kitchen and starts making pancakes, and they just kind of all sitting there like, okay, he's not going to come talk to us, and you're not even really talking to us. And I agree. The whole thing was very awkward, very uncomfortable. They all were just kind of sitting around in silence, not really having a conversation. The brother and sister found out about her engagement on Facebook. And then when they get there, she's still barely talking to him. I'm looking at her like, Amber, blink twice if you understand. Blink twice if you need us to get you out of here. What is wrong with you? And that's how I looked at her the whole episode. The brother says that not only did he find out about the engagement on social media, but I just feel like even when we got here, you weren't really talking to us. You haven't said anything about your relationship to us. I don't know anything about this relationship. I didn't even know that it was this serious. And that's a problem when your family doesn't know how serious your relationship is. Same sentiments for her sister. Get to Justin's family. Justin's aunt is okay with Amber. She just is concerned and wanting to meet more of her family and get to know more about her. As far as his sister says that she knows some secrets about her brother, because there was a point in time where her brother introduced her to somebody else that wasn't Amber, but him and Amber was together. So now everybody's giving Justin the side eye. The whole family is looking at him, and he just like, snitch. And I'm just like, how old are we? And why are you talking? What is this? Okay, what is this? So immediately I realized he was childish, and then he had them, he had his toes out. I don't really be liking them thong sandals. I mean, I don't know, to each his own, but I wasn't feeling that whole thing that he had going on. But then his brother says that I'm fine with y'all being together, but I can't give y'all my blessing because of all the arguing and carrying on that y'all do. Y'all argue and bicker over little stuff. So again, it's something in the milk ain't clean. But we're going to figure out what that is. Okay, so we get past the concerns. What we going to? Okay, so there's two things they need to do. First, there's going to be the question game. They're going to do that with Amber. Then for Justin, he's going to lay out a 5-year plan. So her family can understand that he's not all jokes. He is very serious, and he got this plan laid out. So over there at the question game, they're asking Amber questions like, are you ready to get married to my brother? Are you ready to be a wife? Then a question comes up about the nature of their relationship when it comes to the arguing. And Leanne says, I've been concerned. I heard some things about something about you breaking your arm. And I was just like, now wait a minute. What we talking about here? You broke your arm because you were in your heels and you were modeling? That's the story that you're going with? And Leanne said, so it didn't have nothing to do with Justin, because I heard, no, didn't have nothing to do with Justin. I was modeling and I fell and I broke my arm. Now, I know y'all be on them runways and they high up off the ground, but I've never heard such a story as this. And I done seen them models eat some of that runway when they fall over in them heels. Never heard of such a thing. You're lying and you're covering for him. Why? Then she starts talking about how, I hate when I get out of order like this. So I'll just talk about this whole thing after I finish up how their questions went. It had to do with Justin being faithful, though, but I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So when we get outside to the 5-year plan, Justin thinks this is all a joke. They're asking him questions like, okay, children, yep, want some in 5 years next. Okay, he didn't elaborate. Okay, fine. So what about finances? Finance is good. I'm making good money. Yeah, but what's your plan? You can't just be making good money. What's your backup plan? Backup plan. I don't do a backup plan. That's like having sex with no condom. I don't do a plan B. This is a family. This is her mother, her brother, and her sister. Her brother, who's a minister, by the way, which explained why he had his ankles out. Y'all know y'all ministry boys. Y'all love wearing a short pant. Usually he have on a colorful sock, but he had his ankles out. And he is sitting there saying stuff like, I don't do plan B, and we ain't nobody talking about no raw dogging around here. We're talking about your finances. Then they ask him about fidelity, monogamy. All of a sudden he gets shifty. Oh man, I don't want to talk about that. What you mean? What you trying to say? I mean, it shouldn't matter who I talk to. It shouldn't matter who I deal with. I might as well maybe I should just have a one night stand. Then we can go ahead and cut it off. That sister is looking at him like, is you crazy? And the mama is so outdone. Like, she just She literally had the face like, I'm not dealing with this. That is how her face looks. And Justin is going on and on. She said, you can't even answer the question. You getting all shifty. You can't be monogamous. You can't talk about monogamy. No, he can't talk about that. And let me tell y'all why. This scene actually happened before. After Amber finds out that the sister, his sister, Justin's sister, met another woman, she confronts Justin about it and says, okay, so you've been cheating on me. You let somebody else meet your family. Oh yeah, but she wasn't nobody. It was just like a friend, somebody I used to watch sports with. We used to talk about the scores, and I told her I couldn't see her anymore. So you were seeing her, you were dating her. No, I wasn't seeing her. It wasn't like that. But I told her I couldn't talk to her anymore. Again, you're lying. Lies. Nothing but a lie. So Amber is looking at him like, okay, I can't take you seriously right now. Like, you think this is still a joke? And she's allowing him to sit there and still continue to joke with her about the fact that he had been cheating on her and introduce some other person to his family. He just like, oh, I hope you can forgive me. Hope you can get over it. Just like that. Amber gets up to leave, and her mother is trying to explain to her, you need to be with somebody who's not going to be cheating on you. You can't just sweep this under the rug. Y'all about to get married. This is serious. Again, Amber, are you here with us, baby? Blink 2 times if we need to get you out of the matrix. What is wrong with you? She literally is just acting like she just in a daze. And she looks older than her mama. And I got a feeling that has to do with stress. She got way more harshness to her face than her mother does. She's still a very beautiful girl, but I can see the stress. That don't make no sense, baby. Your mama should not be looking like the calm, and you look like the storm. Anyway, we move on past that. So the 5-year plan thing wasn't going well on the outside. The brother has pretty much had it because he feels like Justin is a fool and he ain't got no plan. Let me go find my sister. So that's what he tells the sister. He ain't got no plan. He's silly. And I don't think you need to marry, dude. You sure you want to do this? And the sister's just like, yeah, like, what do you mean? I mean, I don't want to do this and blase, blase, blase. And she goes to talk to Justin again. Again, he blowing her off. Like, who you think I am? Who you talking to? Just blowing her off. Like it ain't nothing. So the brother, her brother, Amber's brother, goes to talk to Justin's brother. I'm sorry, I don't remember everybody's name. I think his name was Cortland. And he is telling him that he's worried about them getting married. And Cortland is worried, too, about them getting married because they argue all the time. Listen, they be thinking I'm asleep. But, child, I be watching. I be seeing everything that's going on. Well, tell me what's going on. Cortland spilled the tea, the Kool-Aid, the Dr. Pepper, the Diet Dr. Pepper, the Sprite. Everything that you could imagine that is liquid, he spilled it. Well, they fight all the time. They argue about stuff. And he brought up back an STD, but it was curable, though. And he be messing around with other women. Sometimes he be gone. My mama calling me. Sometimes he be gone for 2 days at a time when they get to arguing. Then he just show back up. And when they get to arguing, she put her hands on him to the point where he got to physically restrain her. They put hands on each other. So the brother is just like, okay, so their relationship is violent. He said, dude, if it was me and that was my sister, I'd be fighting my brother right now. I would fight him. And that kind of stuff is always problematic to me because it's like, we'll let stuff ride if our family member doing it, but we know good and full well we wouldn't stand for it if it was being done against our family member. You get what I'm saying? Like, get into him for doing what he do, even if it is your brother. But we see at the end a little confrontation does go down. And so the brother is looking like at any point in time he could have took off them thick glasses, that blazer, and rained Holy Ghost fire over everything. Brought the Bible in there and started going at people's necks at any point in time. He looked like he was very upset, and I don't blame him because there's so much going on, and Justin and Amber are sitting there trying to lie to kick it like everybody don't see it. And that's exactly why Amber don't talk to her family. That's exactly why Amber's family doesn't know how serious the relationship. That's why she don't bring her family around. When you start isolating yourself like that, it's usually because you ashamed of what you got at home. Like, yeah, you feel like you can see the good in him, but you know that if you bring him out to the outside world, everybody else gonna see the BS. And we definitely see it. So, child, I ain't even been looking at these notes. Flip to the next page. All right. That's 5-year plan. Okay. All right. So then after they have their conversation, the brothers, they decide that since they're not keeping it real, they're going to keep it real for them. So they get out with the family the following day, and that is when the two of them reveal what they had a conversation about. So Amber and Justin show up together, dressed alike in yellow, trying to give us sunshine, when we just looking at them like, child, if y'all don't take y'all moon asses on somewhere, y'all is not fooling. No, there's no rays of sunshine here. But they're going to be dressed alike. So they sitting there, and the brothers revealed that they had a conversation, and basically we're concerned about the two of you getting married. There's going to be no blessing given because y'all not keeping it real. Y'all got stuff going on in y'all relationship. Y'all got physical stuff going on in y'all relationship. People being unfaithful, and y'all just need to keep it real. Y'all need to talk about it. So Amber is looking at Justin like, let's tell him, let's talk about it. And Justin is looking at him like, I don't need to talk about anything, bruh. Whatever conversation y'all had is y'all business. And he's getting more and more worked up, more and more upset. That crazy switch went ahead and went off. Then the whole time that the brother's talking, the sister want to pipe up and say, no, you need to calm that down. You need to calm that down. This is Justin's sister, right? And I'm looking at her like, girl, what is you talking about? This man is just speaking passionately. It's not like he's saying he about to whoop up on everybody, although he probably had that demeanor. But he ain't saying was going to fight nobody. He just said he's serious about his sister, just like y'all are about y'all brother. So it all turns into an argument where Leanne is telling him to lower his voice. That's a young lady, and you need to do this. Okay, well, are you going to tell Justin to lower his voice? Are you going to tell Justin not to jerk out of his girl's arm when she tries to touch him to get his attention? He jerked out of her arm so fast, and she didn't even flinch. And that's how you know what kind of stuff they got going on at home. So Justin said he ain't got nothing to be real about. Amber keeps saying to him, like, you're not being honest right now. Like, you won't even be honest with yourself. Like, this is crazy. He get up and he walk off, armpit steady sweating. And I'm looking at Amber like, girl, you got the nerve to tell somebody that they not keeping it real and not being honest. And you not keeping it real. You not being honest. You don't have a right to tell him about himself. Okay, both of y'all doing the same thing, just on a different field. Okay, just on a different playing field. But he do it the crazy way, you do it the calm way. Both of y'all living a lie. So they go back and talk to the therapist, and Justin is doing that. He full of rage. Y'all know how when somebody get mad and they just start answering like in a real cheerful tone, like any minute I could kill everybody up in here. That's how he's talking. Like, I'm fine. I'm having a beautiful day. I'm having a great day. I'm good with everything. I don't have nothing I need to confess about. So Tracy gonna leave that alone. Amber, do you have something you need to confess? Yes, I do. I feel like maybe Justin is a good man, but he's not the man for me. I think he's a good person, was there for her when her father died, and kudos to him. But he's not the man for me. And Justin just like, wow, really? Okay, you that just came right out. That just came right out. You know, he's still not taking her seriously. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what to say about this episode. They didn't even continue. They didn't go into the next day of filming. They left. And according to the ending of the show, Amber and Justin are still planning their wedding. I don't even know what to say. Like, there was one point in time where I thought they were acting. I thought they were paid actors. Because that's how ridiculous everything was. I'm just like, he is so dismissive of her feelings. He is so dismissive of her family. He so does not care. This cannot be a real relationship. Then another part of me was like, maybe they're bi. And maybe they're each other's beards. Like, maybe they're covering because they don't want their families to know. I was going for every viable option that I could because none of it made sense. And then I realized, girl, JoJo, it's good that it doesn't make sense to you, because if it did, then you would be 10 types of crazy as well, because this is craziness. So I'm going to say this to you, Amber and Justin. See, at first I wanted y'all to break up. I wanted y'all to go find the right ones for each other. I want Justin to get some counseling, get his mind right. Quit thinking that everything was a joke and being flippant. I wanted Amber to open up her mouth and enunciate what she was saying. Don't tell nobody else to open up their mouth. Open up your mouth and say what you really feel. Find you somebody else. At first I was just like, did he give her STD that's uncurable? Because I promise you, girl, it's still somebody out there for you that's got the same thing you got. You ain't got to stay with nobody because of that either. But I don't really know what it is. But girl, that's what I wanted for you at first. Y'all just break up. But now Now that I done seen y'all live and in action, I'm going to say this to you. I don't understand it. I'm glad I don't, because it's craziness. And I want the two of you to stay together for a long time, because we do not want anybody else trickling down all of that crazy amongst the same. And I'm done. Y'all have a good night.